Hello all, it's Julie again, and I'm here to do my next assignment for my class, my university class. Today we're talking about data collection and what we would use the data for. So in our Roblyer and Hughes 2019 textbook, they said teachers engage in data collection and or analysis to help them prepare classroom materials, organize information, and complete calculations that they would otherwise have to do by hand or with a calculator. So, the questions were about how I collect data, and honestly, I really tend to use Excel spreadsheets as one of my major ways of keeping my data organized. One of the reasons to collect data is to be able to do grades and calculate percentages. So I basically grade my students in triplicate, which may seem like it's a lot of work that you probably don't need to do. But I basically have an Excel spreadsheet that has all of my classes in different sheets inside the workbook, and I have a way that it calculates and shows what their percentage is and everything. When I input the grades, I've set all the equations up, and I have a printout of that same Excel spreadsheet of each page, and it's inside the binder for each class. And so when I'm grading their work, I will physically in pencil write down their grade, and then I will transfer it into my Excel spreadsheet, and then from there I will input it into managebac, which is the online grade management system that my school uses. I do this so that I can quickly refer to grades without having to go into managebac and go into a certain assignment. And the reason I keep a handwritten one is so I can have a checks and balance to make sure that my grades are accurate, but also because it's quicker to just write down the grades in the moment. And that way, if a teacher or a leader or a parent needs an update on grades, I have both a digital version that I can quickly access, or I have my written version. That's the primary use of data. I am not big on data. I'm not an analytical person. I am very much not. Math is not my strong suit. So data, quantitative, qualitative, anytime I have to do a research anything is the bane of my life. So I think that's probably the biggest way I use data. Now, have I taught students how to collect and organize data? No. Not even a little bit. Once again, I'm not an analytical person, so I don't even think about it, truly. In regards to research for like papers, because I know that you have to do that kind of thing, I will teach students that. So like that would probably go under qualitative. But I'm not big on assigning my students surveys or having them do any kind of statistical thing. I teach English, and it's for Chinese students in China, so it's very, very, very limited. So therefore, methods that have worked, no idea, because I don't teach them any kind of data collection or organization. If I was going to, I'd probably recommend Excel, and I would probably give them a crash course on how the cells work, how you can make an equation, what the benefit of those kind of things are, just the bare basics of using Excel as a way to process numerical data. However, I don't foresee there being a purpose to that, because I will never, if I can help it, teach any kind of statistical, math, science, or any kind of class like that, because that's just not my forte. The other thing, obviously, that teachers would do would be the formative and the summative, and keeping the grade book. So really, in regards to any form of collecting data and how I use it, it's only really basically for grades. And I think the one exception would be my quantitative data collection, when I have my students reflect on a unit, so I can decide how to adapt and change the unit in the future to best keep them engaged and focused on the content at hand. But I don't keep any kind of record of that. I don't analyze it or store it. I just read it and see what things worked and what things didn't, and then I adapt my teaching to add more quizzes of like Kahoot, or add more group projects or more discussions, or whatever it was that they really liked in the previous unit. So that would be the only other way that I could think of that I would collect any kind of data. All right, thank you very much. Please feel free to comment. Enjoy your day or evening, whatever time it is where you are now.